G'day YouTubers. Another episode. Let's get this cracking. G'day awesome people. Welcome to episode 148 of the Train Smooth podcast. My name is Tim Egg, and if you have any training, racing or nutrition questions, jump on the website trainsmooth.com and shoot them through and I'll answer them. Or at least be able to help. I'll try to help anyway. If I can't, I'll find someone to help. Today's question comes from Lee. I need advice on buying my first wetsuit. There are so many to choose from. What advice would you give me? So let's keep it nice and simple. So you can hunt a shop down in town. There's generally sports shops. They won't have them in stock, but they'll be able to. They've got a supplier and they'll be able to measure you. That's one way of doing it. You're going to pay through the nose generally that way. Another good way is getting a tape measure, measuring your chest and all the measurements needed. Jump onto a few different websites and you'll be able to see, they'll have guides on, this particular wetsuit weight, has this chest and this stomach and this, go through all the measurements. And then you go to websites like Wiggle, for instance, and you have a look at all their range. Now they're going to have little feedback sections in those websites. So for instance, if I go down to Orca, and I go, oh, that's a nice wetsuit. I've got a $200 budget. That's $200, and I'll be able to flick through and see what people's feedback is on that particular thing. It's like, oh yeah, it's good, but I find it's whatever it is, it's a bit too tight in the chest, or it's too tight in the shoulders, and you'll be able to work your way through it, and you're just trying to find the biggest bang for your buck. Yes, there is tons out there, but you've got to work out what your budget is first, and you can kind of filter it through there. Just Google Triathlon wetsuits for sale. Another good option is go secondhand. There are a lot of really good quality wetsuits out there for sale because people have just done their bucket list race. They've just go, oh man, I want to do a 70.3. I'm going to do a 70.3. I've got to get a 70.3 now. So they'll go out, they'll spend $500-$600 on a wetsuit, wear it maybe once in training just to make sure it fits okay. They'll wear it for that race day, maybe a sprint or two, and that $500, $600 wetsuit, they're selling for $150. Good bargain. Another option is, and I've said this a few times in a few different episodes, is contact a few of these pro triathletes. Get in contact. It's not just say, I see you're sponsored by Blue 70. That's a nice looking wetsuit. Would you be interested in selling your old gear? Now, I don't believe that, I could be wrong, but I don't think Blue 70 allows their sponsored athletes to do that because I've tried. But some other brands, you say, look, I'm happy to keep it quiet. You're about my size. That $800 wetsuit that you're walking around in, I want to pay next to nothing for it. So there's other ways around it, but you've also got to work out what sort of wetsuit you want, because you get those sleeveless wetsuits, especially if you feel strange with that restriction. I personally like the full length wetsuits the best because you tend to go that little bit faster in them. I'm a weak swimmer, so a wetsuit will take minutes per kilometre off your time. Those proper sleeved ones, and the more money you spend, the bigger the returns are going to come back from in your race. So, for instance, you get these ones where they've got little patterns on the forearms. So you enter the water nice and smoothly. You start your catch, and it absorbs a lot more water, so you're able to get that water behind you a lot easier and quicker. And it's crazy when you think about that. When you're pushing through the water, you're able to go faster because of the patterns and stuff through. And once you have your wetsuit, just make sure you look after it. Put little plastic bags on your hands so you can slide it through easy. As you're rolling your sleeve, as you're rolling your hands through the sleeves, just be careful with it. So a lot of them come with gloves. Wear gloves so you don't put your fingers through your wetsuit. But there are a lot of money. You want to get as most out of it as you can. If you get little tears, you can get particular little glue things. Little glue for it so you can mend them. You just don't want to rip them. But yeah, I would start off measuring, go to Wiggle. Go to Wiggle's website. Look at the wetsuits you can afford. Read the reviews, and then you can kind of get a pattern from there. And then from there, you can work out whether you can hit up a couple of pro triathletes, see if they'll sell you their wetsuits. And some will give you their wetsuits too, especially like they won't give it straight off the bat because you're a stranger. But if you spark a relationship up with them and start being nice, I got a mate who gets given free crap from pro triathletes all the time. It drives me insane because I think, oh man, I love that. Oh yes, that's nice. So, but I'd be sparking those relationships up. And if you don't want to go online, or if you don't want to harass a pro up, I'd be going into your sports shop and seeing what they can offer you. At least then, if it's doesn't fit properly, you can go back and chuck it to them and go, "Argh!" Yell at them. Where online you got to swear via keypads. This didn't fit. Yes, I made the wrong measurements, but if you guys have any other questions, jump on the website trainsmooth.com. Shoot me through an email, tim@trainsmooth.com. Till tomorrow, hooroo. It's all fun. You guys stay classy. Hooroo.